Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon or good evening, whoever you are. Welcome to the Phys Ed Summit, and welcome to the session on iPads and PE. So we're really glad that you could make it. My name's Collin Brooks, and I'll be moderating today's session. So I'll be looking at today's meet. If you have any questions, please turn to today's meet or turn to the hashtag Phys Ed Summit on Twitter. So we had some interesting things happen lately with this particular session. As one of the presenters, Mihai, did a race in Dubai, and he's stuck in a sandstorm. And he tried to come on several different ways, and it just doesn't look like it's going to work out. So we also have our other presenter here that I'm going to hand it over to in a second. But what we're thinking is, if anyone out there in our PLN or anyone feels comfortable and they want to jump in and share some ideas here in about 30 to 40 minutes, please send me a message on Twitter or on today's meet, and we'll make contact with you and see if we can put you in the hangout and share some of your awesome ideas, because I know there's so many of us out there that have some fantastic ideas. Just one more thing before we get started is I'd like to personally thank Sparks Programs for their generosity of all the raffle prizes with the Phys Ed Summit. So what I'd like to do right now is just hand it over to our speaker here on iPads and PE, so go right ahead.
Good morning, Phys Ed Summit. Thank you for having me. Want to apologize. I got, of course, sick this week, so my voice sounds a little off. Try to get through it with me, and I'll try to introduce you with some ideas that we've had. I'm really sad. Mihai and I have been working really hard on this for 4 to 6 weeks now, and it's unfortunate he won't be able to make it, at least at the start, and hopefully he will get home safe, and we'll try to present some of his information with you. To get started today, I'm going to go ahead and just get the screen share going. And Collin, can you tell me, are you able to see everything?
Yes, it looks great.
Okay. Just want to make sure, because sometimes I can't tell. So on here, we got Mihai. He works with pre-K and up to grade 3, and he has a 1-to-1 iPad ratio when he needs it. And he has some really cool things that I'm going to kind of briefly touch over. What I might recommend is for you to go ahead and reach out to him if you want clarification on some of the things that he does, because he does some really cool things, especially with his younger students. Been learning a lot from him in the last few weeks, and really enjoyed our time together. I teach at a charter school outside of Los Angeles in the city of West Covina. Currently, we have a 1-to-1 program for laptop MacBook Airs for 6th through 7th graders, and next year it'll go into 8th grade. And we're starting to get an iPad program rolled out in our K through 5 that I'm really excited about. And I have a bunch of current resources all on my own. Today, what we wanted to do is to share with you a lot of information, but we wanted to make it really easy for you to connect to either apps or things that we put online. So we would really encourage you to get out your mobile device and get out your QR reader. If you don't have one yet, you should probably pick a free one, and we'll be putting up a lot of QR codes throughout the day just to help you find new resources and link to extra resources online. So what we wanted to talk about first was what is the reason why we want to do either using technology or even assessments. We want to understand that it's going to enhance the teacher learning using these things. It improves student learning, and it also increases our efficiency with class. Mihai had talked about that the assessment areas are for assessing, recording, and reporting, and he has a QR code that can kind of go over that for you today. For me, when we're talking about setting up this program, the assessments, wanted to briefly talk about what is formative and summative. Summative is kind of what we think of as at the end of the grading unit that we give a final grade for it, and formative is just information. We tend to forget that in PE we spend a lot of time doing assessment, but we want to think about it as grades all the time. So I want to just kind of briefly just say that we're going to talk a lot about assessment today, but we're not going to talk about grades, because I kind of feel that they're two different subjects. And we're going to talk about some formative assessments that you can use for your students and some summative at the end. One of the things that's been really important through National Board with me was to find out that assessments, what do I do with them? And so we're going to try to fill in a couple of those pieces today, and hopefully you'll be able to fill in the pieces. I have this assessment, what am I going to do next? So Mihai has some really cool things to show you with the QR codes, and this is a video of his students. I'm going to go ahead and play it, of him using QR codes with his students.
Soy un pez martillo. Me muevo como un pez martillo.
So I think that QR codes, I'm definitely interested as we get more iPads at my school of how to use them with my youngest students. And it's really easy for them to be able to use QR codes to scan. That's not very difficult. And then they're using it to be able to direct an activity or to be able to do some kind of assessment with the students. And then you can just kind of monitor them as they're using the devices. All right, Coach's Eye, another movement analysis app. Mihai has a video set up for, oops, back up one, how to use Coach's Eye in his classroom, which is a basic movement analysis app. So let's go ahead and just really quickly watch over this. It's only a minute.
So, Itan, what is the skill that you're demonstrating here?
Dribbling.
Alright, let's check it out. So, dribbling. Is it any type of dribbling or it's a special one?
A special one, because I'm
Why
dribbling
special?
inside squares back.
Inside the squares?
But I'm also, it's because I'm going dribbling backwards.
Alright, good job. I like your hand and eye coordination. And in the same time, I like that both of your feet are stepping inside the level. This is excellent. Good. Can you name some other skills that you've been practicing and learning during this unit?
Running.
Running.
So I see is using our present or the movement analysis apps to really help the students see what they're doing, and they're making the connection. He actually video records them, and then he uses Coach's Eye to help give them a formative assessment, and even that could be also the summative at the end assessment for the students, and gives them feedback and works with them. And they can actually, you can hear their voice on there, which is, I think, is really cool. Wonder if I was able to do that with every single student that I had, the kind of portfolio, a digital portfolio I could build for them, especially since that I see kids from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So we also know that Coach's Eye isn't the only one, and I'm going to skip a little bit. There are different movement analysis apps that are out there. For me personally, I find that I use just the regular video recording, and then I'd load them into the video analysis apps. So there's quite a few here. Let us know on today's meet if you see any that are missing, that are really blatantly missing, that I should put up there. One of the things that I do is through National Board, I did a lot of assessments and really developed how to get peer assessments, self-assessments, so that I could judge learning. And I created all these paper and pencil assessments for my students. But what I can do now is I can have a peer assessment where the peers are actually watching them do these activities, and then I can go ahead and turn it around and a day later have them videotape themselves and actually do the exact same assessment. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. It doesn't
No
look
worries.
like anyone's able to see this in a second. So I don't know what's going on, man.
Oh, okay,
But,
is it on my end?
no, I mean what's going on is everyone has seen the link, but it's not working. So Adam's going to jump in here in a second. I mean, it says live, you know. So if anyone can see this, just let us know, and we're figuring it out. So yeah, I don't know what's going on exactly. But
Do you want me to hit stop screen share and then try to go from here?
no, that's okay. I'll let you know. Um, sorry, man.
No worries.
Yeah, it just says standby, so I don't know what's going on.
Are we the only ones having an issue?
Uh-huh. I think so.
Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? What do you think?
No, you're doing great. Yeah, it doesn't. It's odd.
I broke it.
Definitely not. That's not it. Okay.
Has any of this broadcast then, or is it just in the last couple minutes?
It says it's broadcasting live, so what we'll probably do is go back and edit it afterwards and cut this portion out. But yeah, it's strange. I don't know what's going on exactly.
All right, I have to make a joke on Schroeder. Just understand it's a joke. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to invite you into a different hangout.
Okay.
Okay.
So close this one out and then.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good. Period. Will you let everyone know real quick? Period.